An ailing mother, sensing her time was running out, called her 3 sons, Josh, James, and Joy, to her bedside. All she had managed to save in her life was $3,000. She divided it into 3 equal parts, $1,000 for each son. She knew it wasn't much, but to her, it was a final gift. She gave each of them $1,000 and asked them to spend it wisely, to do something good with their lives. The brothers took the money and hugged her for the final time. Time passed, and the eldest son, Josh, kept thinking about his mother's final words. He wanted to honor her. He wanted every penny of that $1,000 to mean something. So Josh did what most people in 2010 did when they were lost. He searched the internet, and by pure chance, he discovered something new, strange, unknown, a little digital coin called Bitcoin. Back then, 1 Bitcoin was only 8 cents. With $500, Josh bought 6,250 Bitcoins. And with the remaining 500, he picked a company that people made fun of in 2010. Tesla. Its stock was barely worth anything back then. For $500, Josh bought around 130 shares. Then life moved on. The investment stayed forgotten. Josh went back to struggling, working long hours, doing everything he could just to make ends meet. He didn't know that the 2 decisions he made in 2010 would someday rewrite his entire life. The second brother, James, made a very different choice. To him, that $1,000 wasn't money. It was a memory, his mother's last gift. So James made a promise to himself, a promise he never broke. He would never spend it. Everywhere he went, through every job, every struggle, every long, exhausting day, that same $1,000 stayed folded inside his wallet, untouched, unchanged, unused. Years passed, and James too was fighting to make ends meet. He held on to the money, but it never grew, and neither did his life. And then there was the youngest brother, Joy. Joy's heart was different. He didn't want to save the money. He wanted to feel it. So he made his choice. Joy spent every penny of that $1,000 on video games, games he had dreamed of playing since he was a kid. And for a while, he was happy, truly happy. After work, he'd rush home just to play. It felt like the one good thing in his life. But time passed. Games got outdated. The excitement faded. And the joy he bought with that $1,000 slowly disappeared. Soon, regret took its place. But there was nothing he could do now. The money was gone. And like his brothers, he had to work hard just to make ends meet. 15 years passed, and it was now 2025. Josh was still working in a small fast food restaurant, tired, overworked, and trying every day just to pay his bills. One afternoon, while cleaning a table, he overheard 2 customers talking. One of them mentioned that Bitcoin had just hit $100,000 and joked about how he wished he had bought some back in 2010. Josh froze for a moment. Back in 2010, he had invested in Bitcoin. but he brushed it off, assuming they were exaggerating or joking. Still, the thought kept echoing in his mind. Later, when no one was watching, Josh checked the price on his phone. And there it was. Bitcoin hit $100,000. Back in 2010, Josh invested just $500 into Bitcoin, when each coin cost only 8 cents. That tiny investment bought him 6,250 Bitcoins. And in 2025, Bitcoin has exploded to $100,000 per coin, which means Josh's small $500 gamble has now turned into $625 million. All from a decision he made 15 years ago, with money his mother trusted him with. He wasn't just rich, he was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He walked straight to his manager and quit on the spot. Josh bought himself a beautiful house, a new car, and for the first time in his life, he felt what financial freedom actually tasted like. No fear, no bills haunting him, just peace. But after the excitement settled, another thought came to him. His brothers. They all started from the same place, from their mother's final gift. So Josh called James and Joy and invited them over for dinner. That weekend, when James and Joy arrived, they stood frozen. The house, the car, the life Josh was living, it was unbelievable. They asked him the same question anyone would. How did you get so rich? Josh smiled and reminded them of the $1,000 their mother had given each of them. He told them how he had invested his share, how that single decision changed his entire life. Then Josh gently asked what they had done with their share. James lowered his head and said he still kept the money in his wallet, untouched for 15 years. Joy admitted he had spent all of his on video games, games that were fun back then, but worthless now. Josh listened quietly and then said something that would change their lives. You are my brothers, and Mom would have wanted all of us to do well, so I'm giving each of you $1 million. But there's only one condition. Use it to invest in something that will make your life better, a skill, a business, stocks, crypto, or anything that helps you grow. 3 brothers, 1 gift, 3 choices. 1 saved the money, 1 enjoyed the money, and 1 multiplied it. If you liked this video, then like, share, and subscribe.